Hey there, Munchie Mafia. Today we're going to learn about chicken wings. So let's get to it. Okay, so for chicken wings, you can buy them by the holes or you can buy them already pre-cut. These ones are whole ones, and the reason why I'm showing you these ones is so that you know how to break them down and save yourself a little bit of money. What you're going to need is a pair of boning tweezers, either a fillet knife or scissors. Depending on how many you're going to do, you may not want to use the scissors because it's just you're going to get hand cramps. So we got three pieces to this wing, and there's the wing tip, then there's what's known as the flat, and then the drummy. And the way that you figure out where you need to cut is that you take the drummy and the flat in your hand, and you're just going to go snap very gently. Sometimes these things are already broken. So now that we've got that going, we could see where the bone is right there. And we're just going to go in with a knife, twisty, twisty. And then just, now we have the drummy part. And then the wing is pretty easy. If you look at it, you're going to see like a little V shape right there. Or you could just go like that backwards. But again, chicken wing bones are very, very fragile. And you could end up with a big chunk of bone in there that could cause a choking hazard. So now we just go in and we just take a look and see where it's wanting to break off. There we go. Now we just take it and zippy. Now the wing tips are fantastic for saving to make stock because you got your bone in there. And you also have the skin. It's full of collagen. It's really delicious. So we're going to just set that aside over here in this bowl. I'm not going to be making a chicken stock anytime soon, but you can put them in the freezer into a Ziploc bag. Use the freezer bags. So here we have the drummy and we have the flat. Or what you could do is you could take your wing, and this is going to be the front side right here. Front side. Front side. And we're going to take this wing tip and we're going to just bring it all the way to the front. Whoops. Well, that was delicious. Dory, you poor thing. Our dog's choking a little bit. So you can bring it like that. So you bring it, see how the wing is? You bring this back, and then you bring it across the drummy. A lot of people like to serve whole wings. I personally don't like it because then what happens is that the skin underneath this wingtip will, if it stays put, what'll happen is it will be unrendered, and you'll have like this really, really, gooey skin underneath it. The other thing that you can do is you could put like an incision there and just try to, squeeze that underneath the skin, but still you end up with, some areas of the chicken wing where it's just not quite where you want it to be as far as cooking, because you want to do these chicken wings so that they do have a crispy skin, because nobody likes to eat gummy skin on chickens. I know of no one that likes that. If you do, you're probably a sociopath. So there we go. Whoops. Whoops. We're not saving that. And again, also, if you also look very closely, You lay it out, you can see a line where you can just draw a line right straight through, and there you have it. And it takes a little bit of practice, but you can definitely do that and get some speed going. So here we go. How many do you think I could do in 2 minutes? And this big bowl of chicken wings that I've got cost me about $20. Um, and when it comes to making chicken wings for parties, because it's coming up on that season where you're going to be having lots of get-togethers, and whether they be football games or whatever, and this really comes in handy to be able to know, because the frozen ones, these ones are fresh. The frozen ones can be very expensive, especially the ones that are already pre-cooked. The other thing that you'll notice is some of them have feathers. That's what this um, does, is it helps you to tweeze them out, and you just use a paper towel to blot the pin feathers right off. Snap, and then go for it. And just like so. And some might have a lot of feathers. Snap. Oops, missed. I think I need my glasses for this. Anyway. There we go. There it is. And you'll find where the bones naturally separate. Like this one here has got quite a few pin feathers on it. You just go tweeze and tweeze, tweeze, and it goes pretty quickly. Nobody wants to eat feathers. I can guarantee you that, unless you're crazy. So let's grab that one too. These I got off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They come in as like a 2-pack.
7 in 2 minutes.
7 in 2 minutes while I'm also talking at the same time. So 7 in 2 minutes, that's not good. Used to be able to do a 40-pound box in a matter of a half hour. All right. Used to do a lot of wings. Try to put everything in the right bowl, huh? Feathers, yeah, and also I'm defeathering them too. These ones are kind of dirty with feathers. And, it just takes a little practice. It can be a fun chore to do. I personally love breaking down meat. I always felt that, it took me to my little Zen place in my kitchens. And sometimes we would just hang out and do a wing party in the kitchen, and there'd be like 3 of us at my prep table, and we'd all stand around and break down 40-pound boxes. Sometimes we'd end up having to break down 2 40-pound boxes, but they were a lot cheaper than buying those pre-cooked ones through food services. It just depends on how you want to do your wings. If you're in a hurry, there's no shame in using the frozen, already partly cooked ones, or fully cooked. Then you just blast it in the oven real quick. But playing with raw, it really, there's just some sort of satisfaction in being able to cut a whole ton of wings for a party and saying, yeah, I did that. I did all that. And I learned it on YouTube. and your friends are like ooh and awing, and they're like, oh, I want to learn how to do that. And then maybe you can teach them, or just point them to the video. Tell them to like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Snap, draw the knife right through, and oops, I slipped. Yeah, so we're also going to be doing some of my signature sauces. So we're going to have a nice platter of chicken wings. And when it comes to decorating up a platter, you can go down to the Goodwill and get giant party platters for dirt cheap, especially around this time of year. Um, and you just leave it at if you're going to a friend's house or something, just you know, leave the platter there. So pick a really tacky one that they're gonna like stare at and say, "Who the hell brought this goddamn thing in my house? This thing is butt ugly." Um, these are going to be going into the smoker, and I'm going to be showing you how to deck these out so that you get the best, most tenderest chicken wing um, with a crispy skin. So it's like three steps, very simple. And we're going to be doing that as a different video. So we're just going to end it right here. And I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to cook with love, eat with passion.